The Tale of the Three Fish. In a hidden pond where the water was as clear as glass and the lilies bloomed in bright pinks lived three fish. Hakim was the oldest and very wise, always looking for signs of change. Zaki was quick and bright, known for his ability to solve any problem. Their friend Ajiz was quiet and slow, preferring to let the days drift by without worry. They spent their afternoons swimming through the cool shadows of the willow trees. One sunny afternoon, two fishermen named Silas and Bram walked along the edge of the pond. Silas carried a heavy wooden bucket, and Bram pointed toward the center of the water. "Look at how many fish are jumping," Silas whispered. "We should return tomorrow with our biggest nets. We can catch every single one of them in this small pond." Hakim had been resting near the bank and heard every word. He rushed back to his friends, his fins fluttering with urgency. "Listen to me," Hakim told Ajiz. "The men are coming back tomorrow with nets. We must swim through the secret channel that leads to the great river tonight. If we stay, we will be caught." Ajiz just yawned and blew a few bubbles. "Oh, Hakim, you always worry too much," he said. "Maybe they won't come. I think I will stay here where the water is warm." Hakim knew he could not wait. He said a sad goodbye and swam through the dark reeds, pushing himself into the fast-moving current of the river. By the time the moon rose, Hakim was safe and far away. The next morning, Silas and Bram returned. They didn't waste any time. Silas began tossing heavy stones into the narrow channel to block it, while Bram unrolled a long, heavy net. Zaki and Ajiz watched from below. "The way to the river is blocked." Zaki cried out in alarm. He realized that Hakim had been right, and now they were trapped in the pond. Zaki felt his heart racing. He was angry with himself for not leaving early with Hakim, but he knew he had to be resourceful. "I must think of a way to escape," Zaki told himself. He watched as the net moved closer and closer, sweeping through the water. He noticed that the fishermen were only looking for fish that were swimming and jumping. As the net closed in, Zaki did something very strange. He floated to the surface and turned onto his side. He held his breath and let his fins go limp. When Silas pulled the net onto the grass, he saw Zaki lying there, perfectly still. "This one is already dead," Silas said, picking Zaki up by the tail to inspect him. Silas didn't want a fish that wasn't fresh, so he tossed Zaki back toward the water. As soon as Zaki felt the cool splash, he didn't wait a second. He dived deep into the darkest part of the pond and hid under a jagged rock. He stayed there, as quiet as a stone, waiting for the fishermen to finish their work and leave. While Zaki was clever, Ajiz was frozen with fear. He hadn't planned ahead like Hakim, and he hadn't thought of a trick like Zaki. He simply swam back and forth in a panic, trying to hide behind thin blades of grass. Bram reached down with a small hand net and easily scooped Ajiz up. "Found another one," Bram shouted, dropping Ajiz into the bucket. After the fishermen left, the pond was quiet again. Zaki eventually found a small opening in the rocks and made his way to the river to find Hakim. They were happy to be safe, but they missed their friend Ajiz. Hakim looked at the swirling river and said, "It is best to see trouble coming and act. But if you are late, you must be clever. To do nothing is the greatest danger of all."